Hello everyone, this is Should Go the Way of the Dodo number 2, and that is doing endless sets and reps of ab exercises in the belief that this is going to get you a six-pack. And I say that because it seems like a concept that just will not die. I mean, I remember it's at least been going on since Frank Zane was giving exercise advice. I remember hearing how he would do, it was like 1,000 setups, when he was training for Mr. Olympia. And when I say this, I've already been through this. This is how I started out. I started out doing setups with my feet under my parents' couch, and it was like the first thing I started doing, that and push-ups. And I did get results from the setups, and I would do more and I would do more. And I mean, I probably got results because I never done nothing leading up to that point. I mean, nothing. And so, I would get results, and I probably and I did get, I lost fat off of my stomach. And I'm sure the reason I lost that fat was just because of the increased activity from the setups and push-ups, not the fact what the setups was doing. I could have got the same result by running or jumping rope or anything. It was just the increase of activity was increasing the amount of calories I burned, and therefore my stomach was losing fat off of my stomach and probably a lot of other places. And that's the only way I can think of that this method, what would you say, not hoax, but like urban legend, if you will say that, why so many still today, 2023, still continually think that if they just do more setups and more more days of the week, abs every day, hundreds of setups, hundreds of whatever ab machine work, that they will finally get that six-pack. And I say, when I was under that belief, what I was saying before, why I think of where this might have come from, maybe that was the people got that same result I did. They noticed that, if I do more reps of these setups and I just continually do more and more and more work, well, then I'm losing fat off of my stomach. When in fact, the only reason they are is because of the increased activity, not from, because that is, you'll never see a dude with six-pack ripped abs and, jowls like a pot-bellied pig and fat everywhere else. It's just, but yet he's ripped. He's got a ripped stomach. It's just not, it's not logical. It's not possible. But like I say, I was under the same impression. I was running, got super skinny, super lean. I could just grab skin on my stomach, yet my abs was barely visible. Probably in bright sunlight, they was not. Because they was so underdeveloped, so thin, that they was not pushing through the skin. And if you want to develop abs, then you develop them just like you do anything else. Biceps, triceps, pecs. Like right now, and I have never done since 2005 now, since I getting on the AST Max OT program is what led me to this. I didn't develop. I'd have probably still been stuck in that continuous loop of, or just right now probably like give up and said, well, I'm just not going to have abs. But stumbling on the Max OT program, where on their ab work they never went over 6 sets. Usually that's one workout, 6 sets for abs. That was the max. And 1 day a week. Sometimes they would put in there 2 days a week. All I've ever done, and you don't go over 15 reps. Most time it's 8 to 12 reps. And then when you can get to that 13th rep, you increase the weight in whatever you're doing. So it is high resistance abdominal training. And after, a short period of time of doing this, I was known mostly, when I was doing contests, a lot of what I was known for was my abs, how deep and cut they were. And, a lot of people say, well, it's just you've got genetics for that. And I was thinking, no, I don't. I struggled with this very problem for quite a while until I started adding resistance and building the abs. So that thickness will give them that deeper cut and that pop out look that everybody's wanting, to have with their abs. And in fact, it was making them thick like that, developing the abs also gives you the appearance of being leaner, even though you're not. I could, the day before I would start a diet, and I'd have 40 pounds, sometimes 45 pounds or more to lose before I would get down to the weight I was going to diet down to. I still had visible abs, and it wasn't because I was that lean. I was not that lean, but I just had thick abs that was pushing through the fat. So it's still, so you have that appearance, which is, I think, what most people are, looking for. So doing endless amounts of setups, endless amounts of, reps of setups is not the way to get the 6-pack. It is my advice. Don't have a ab day, abs with some other body part day, 1 day a week, and use progressive overload until you get them the size that you want them. Because if you get to the point like me, I went to the point because I just kept going more weight on abs, and they got so thick, and they was going beyond my chest. My upper abs was pushing out more than the chest was. And so you don't want this giant barrel of a midsection. It's like ripped and has this overdeveloped look. So if you're at the point like I am right now, I don't want them to get any bigger. I don't want them to get any smaller. I just go in, do my same. Once you get to the point that you're happy with them, then it's easy to just do your 12 reps with your same weight. Next set, do your 12 reps, the same weight, and don't change anything. It's kind of a easy workout, and that will maintain what you have and not make them any thicker. So I say that to just say that this is something I would like to see go the way of the dodo, and we could put this thought of endless sets and reps for abdominals, that's what's going to get us. And before I forget, and I will say that one thing is misleading, to where there is a necessity for these endless reps and sets for abdominals, is say now that now I can't think of it. It's not bodybuilding, but physique has become popular. The look that they are looking for is this ultra small waist. Like it's almost, you know, it is so narrow compared to the shoulders. It's anyhow, wispy waist, thin waist. No, basically no obliques, just completely straight. That these guys, I have heard, they will do these super high reps as a way to cannibalize the muscle, the abdominal muscle, to make it smaller, specifically the oblique muscle. You know, just like how a long distance runner gets these super twig legs because they do this endless flexing, endless. You know, their legs flex, you know, how many hundreds of thousands of times from all the running. And these guys will do the same thing to get to, you know, to eat up some of the muscle to make the waist as small as possible. So not something that interests me, but I'll say that will create confusion if you know, maybe see one of these guys training program and they're like, oh, 10,000 reps of side raises or something. I have no idea what they do, but if you see that, that is the reason. And like I say, I've never witnessed this. I just heard people say that that is a method they use, and it makes sense. You know, you continually, anyhow, it makes sense. And I don't want to ramble on, but hopefully this will end and people can give this up and actually develop the abdominals and get the six-pack that they want and is easily attainable if you do it the right way. So that's it, and have a nice day.